In life, most of us want to become something meaningful. We want success, happiness, and a life we can be proud of. But strangely, many people spend years chasing success and still feel empty. They work harder, earn more, achieve more, yet something inside feels incomplete. Why does that happen? Because in the pursuit of success, many people forget something simple but incredibly important: family. The people who stand beside us when life is difficult. The people who quietly shape who we become. Today, I want to share a short story. A story about three brothers who each chose a different path in life. And by the end of this story, you may begin to see family and lifing a completely different way. In a quiet countryside town, there once lived three brothers. Their names were Daniel, Michael, and Lucas. They grew up in a small wooden house with their aging father, a simple farmer who had worked the land his entire life. The brothers were very different. Daniel, the oldest, was ambitious. He dreamed of leaving the small town and becoming wealthy in the city. Michael, the middle brother, was practical. He believed success came from stability and careful planning. Lucas, the youngest, was gentle and thoughtful. He didn't talk much about success or money. What mattered most to him was spending time with the people he loved. As the years passed, their dreams began pulling them in different directions, and soon, each brother would face a choice that would shape the rest of his life. One day, their father became seriously ill. The old man gathered his three sons beside his bed. With a tired but calm voice, he said, "My sons, I may not have much time left. Before I go, I want each of you to live the life you truly believe in." Daniel saw this as his moment. Within weeks, he packed his bags and left for the city. "I will return rich," he promised. Michael stayed in the town, but focused only on building his own business and securing his future. Lucas stayed at home to care for their father. Days turned into months. The farm was quiet, and while the world outside kept moving forward, something important was slowly being forgotten. One evening, while Lucas was sitting outside the farmhouse, an old traveler passed by. The traveler had kind eyes and carried nothing but a small walking stick. Seeing Lucas looking tired, the old man asked, "Why do you sit here alone, young man?" Lucas explained everything: his brother's leaving, his father's illness, and his worry about the future. The traveler listened quietly. Then he pointed toward three trees growing beside the road. "Do you see those trees?" Asked Lucas. Nodded. "They were planted on the same day," the traveler said. "But look closely. Their lives became very different." Curious, Lucas stood up and walked closer. What he saw would stay in his mind forever. The first tree stood tall and strong, reaching high toward the sky. "It grew fast," the traveler said. "But its roots are shallow. When storms come, it struggles to stand." The second tree was shorter but steady. "It grew slowly," the traveler explained. "Its roots are deeper. It survives most storms." Then Lucas noticed the third tree. It wasn't the tallest. It wasn't the strongest. But its branches stretched wide, providing shade for travelers walking down the road. Birds built nests in its branches. Children rested beneath it. The traveler smiled. This tree spent its life growing with others, not just for itself. Lucas thought quietly for a moment. Asked, which tree lived the best life? The old traveler looked at him and said something Lucas would never forget. "Success is not measured by how high you grow, but by how many lives find shelter under your branches." And with that, the traveler continued down the road and disappeared into the evening. Lucas never forgot those words. He continued caring for his father and maintaining the small farm. Years passed. Slowly, the farm became a place where neighbors gathered. People came to talk, share meals, and help each other during difficult seasons. Lucas never became rich, but he became something far more valuable. He became someone people trusted. Meanwhile, Daniel returned from the city many years later. Yes, he had money, but he also carried something heavy: loneliness. Michael built a successful business in town, but he had spent so much time chasing stability that he rarely saw the people who cared about him. One evening, the three brothers stood together again on the same farm where they grew up, and for the first time, they understood something their father had always known. A meaningful life isn't built alone. It is built together. In life, it's easy to chase success, money, status, achievements. But if we forget the people who walk beside us, we may reach the top and still feel empty. Because true success is not measured by what we collect. It is measured by the love we give and the lives we touch, just like the third tree. A meaningful life is one that gives shade to others. So tonight, maybe call someone you love. Spend time with your family. Appreciate the people who make your life meaningful. Because in the end, they are the roots that keep us standing. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. And tell me in the comments, what does family mean to you? Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again in the next story.